Hey, everybody. How are you? My name is Blaine, and I didn't start with my typical open for this particular video because this video is just a little different. It's a video to kind of talk to you guys and tell you a little bit about who I am so that you don't think that I'm just some person that decided to pick up some coins and become an influencer on YouTube at the drop of a hat. And how did I get to where I am, and how did I get my channel name? I get that question a lot, actually. So, believe it or not, Island Time coins basically came from me and my love of the islands. When I first grew up on the north side of Madison, Wisconsin, here, you could pretty much find me just about any day at the beach. I absolutely love the water, and grew up being a swimmer in high school and college, and was able to get to the islands for the very first time in 1989, and absolutely loved the islands. I absolutely loved the water and what was beneath it, and I actually decided I wanted to be a marine biologist in high school, and that didn't work out so well. So instead of being able to study dolphins and whales and all sorts of other marine life, I decided that I would buy a business instead. So I do own a business here in Madison, Wisconsin, and coins are my hobby. And it's only one of a couple of different hobbies that I have. But the islands to me are just my relaxation, my peace, and where I go to relax when I need to. Coins are kind of that second part of it. And I'll tell you a little bit about my background in coins as we go through this video. Before we get to the background on the coins, I'll give you a little bit more background on myself. Aside from the hobbies of coin collecting, one of my other pastimes is I love weather. I love to chase storms, and definitely have been a pocket meteorologist for a number of years. I love to relax in my backyard and enjoy just really nice summer weather when I have an opportunity. I am married a second time to this absolutely gorgeous woman. And she puts up with all of my hobbies and my passions, especially the coins, because it takes up a large chunk of my time. And so, thank you very much to her for that. I do have two kids. I have a son and a daughter who someday hopefully will enjoy the passion of coin collecting the same way. They're both interested in it, but not as interested sometimes as we'd like them to be. But it wasn't until my dad, who you see on your screen right here, introduced me to the hobby of coin collecting, if you want to call it such. And so, when in 1989, as you can see on your screen, he gave me his Whitman album full of some coins that he had. He gave me quite a few different collections, and all of the coins in these collections were actually coins that had come from circulation, which was pretty much what started my passion for all of this. That's where I bought this little gem. This is a 1956 D roll of Lincoln cents that I bought in the year 1993 for a whopping $3. And interestingly enough, it says gem on the top of it, and I can guarantee you the coins inside this roll are not gem. They have all sorts of carbon spots and fingerprints all over them, but I was happy. It was the very first roll I had ever purchased. And from there, everything went off the rails. So, to make sure that this doesn't take forever to explain all of this to you, I'm simply going to tell you that between the year 1993 and about 2012, I bought roll after roll after roll after roll of uncirculated Lincoln cents. I went back to the year 1940 with uncirculated Lincoln cents by the roll because that was the year my dad was born. He was born in 1940, and I wanted a roll of every date and every mint mark that I could possibly get all the way back to the year 1940. And from there, it just kept going backwards. And I kept purchasing other rolls. And I wound up with rolls all the way back into the early 1930s. Here is where the story goes a little bit wild because up until this point, I was collecting BU rolls of coins. I was trying to go back as far as I could. And everybody knows that the Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909. And wouldn't it be cool to own an original roll of 1909 Lincoln cents, right? Well, in 2018, I got that chance, and it was in this year, March of 2018, where I got a lead on an original roll of 1909 VDBs. And so I pretty much dropped everything I was doing, decided to drive the 2 hours down to Chicago, which is where this person lived, and check out what he had. And this is where he revealed to me that not only did he have one original roll of 1909 VDBs, but he had 9 original rolls of 1909 VDBs. And to say I was excited is, I guess, minimizing it to say the least. I mean, this is just absolutely incredible, and I was stunned to be able to look at and hold these rolls. And then on top of it, upon subsequent other visits to him, not only did I purchase 1 or 2 rolls of him from him, but I purchased 7 of the rolls that he had, 2 of which he decided he wanted to keep for his family. And then at the very end of the purchasing of the 7 rolls, he revealed to me that he had the original 1909 mint bag that these coins came in, and then proceeded to tell me the rest of the story as to what and how he was actually able to come upon these. Believe it or not, that is the subject of another video, but you're going to get a little taste of it here. As you can see from some of the pictures you have in front of you, these are 1909 VDBs, and there's the original mint bag that they came in. And they are now known as what's called the Bloom Hoard. So it's quite an incredible journey, quite an incredible story. And I have learned along the way to grade Lincoln Cents extremely well, to the point at which I have been able to achieve 68s on numerous Lincoln Wheat Cents, 67s on some years that are incredibly difficult, like 1954. And the best part about all of this was it started out with my dad basically giving me his collection back in 1989. So now you know a little bit about me, and I will talk a little bit more about the Bloom Hoard and what it revealed in an upcoming video, because believe it or not, it led to a writing of a book called The Rabbit Hole of the 1909 Lincoln Cent. And it's an incredible book, came out last year, was written by a friend of mine. I helped write a couple of, well, I wrote one chapter, and another gentleman wrote another chapter for it on some things that he knew a little bit about. But nonetheless, you may want to pick up a copy of this book. I'll leave a link to the Amazon uh, page where you can purchase this book in the comments or in the description below, so that you can pick up a copy of it for yourself. Thanks, guys.